Hello, and Cade Mila Falcha. I'm Sharon Kennedy, and this is blog number 3 of From County Cork to Carey's Corner, 1840. When my great-great-grandmother left County Cork, she first spent a brief time in New York City with the aunt who had sent her the passage money, and then she arrived in Richmond, Massachusetts in the Berkshires. She must have been very happy and relieved to find that this was where she was going to live instead of in a huge city. Richmond was not dissimilar to County Cork. I've been to the countryside in Cork, as I imagine some of you have, and I've been to Richmond, Massachusetts. Both places are bucolic and beautiful. They both have green, gently rolling hills, and they're suffused with flowers and flowering bushes and trees in the spring and summertime. It must have been a joy for Mary to arrive there following her New York City wedding to Dennis O'Sullivan. And she would also have had an immediate community, because just at that time when she arrived, there was an Irish-American enclave of more than 30 families forming all around the iron ore mines. The only downside? Her husband had to work 13 hours a day, 125 feet or sometimes 225 feet down in the iron ore mines. Besides which, the winters were severe, and some of the Yankees were too. But what about these iron ore mines in Massachusetts? I live near Boston. No one in the Boston area has any idea that there used to be iron ore mines in the far western part of Massachusetts on the border with New York. But by 1754, settlers from Connecticut, my grandmother would say people of English descent, were finding rich veins of iron ore under their fields and farms in towns such as Richmond and West Stockbridge, Massachusetts. They began recruiting miners from Wales and England to come over here to work, since no one in the area had any experience with mining. But by the 1840s, people in Ireland were starving in the Great Famine, and in my family, the O'Sullivans, McDonalds, Curtins, Careys, and Barrys came here to work in the mines. Other names from County Cork and Waterford who came here to work include Welsh, White, Connor, Lettery, Doyle, Keegan, Buckley, Troy, and Malumphy. Am I naming any of your ancestors? Did they come to Massachusetts? I would love to hear from some of you about this. And I have another question. Do any of you have ancestors who were copper miners in County Cork and then were recruited to emigrate to Montana? Butte, Montana is the most Irish city in the U.S. per capita, and it all started with miners emigrating from the west of Ireland. Of course, Boston has the actual highest population of Irish Americans. Next time, I'll talk more about the specifics of this mining history in Massachusetts. And you will also meet Kathleen Carey from the book of fiction I'm writing. She will read from her diary about her father's work in the mines. Please post your comments, especially if you have any information from your family about mining. Until next time, Sláinte.